So we are given the equation of a parabola. We know it's is the equation of a parabola because it's a quadratic function. So we know that a quadratic function has a graph that is a parabola. Now, in order to find the vertex of the parabola, we need to see this equation in the standard form. So this is in the general form. The standard form looks like y equals a times x minus h, the whole squared plus k. So in order to put it in the standard form, we need to complete squares. So here are the steps that we need to follow. The first thing is factor out the 2 from the quadratic term and the x term. We can leave the 7 alone for the time being. So factor the 2 out of the first two terms. So we're left with x squared minus 4x plus 7 outside. Okay, so it's 2 times the quantity x squared minus 4x plus 7. Remember, this is what we're trying to do, bring it to the standard form. And now we have to complete squares because we need to bring it to the form x minus something the whole squared. So we have y equals 2 times, and inside the square brackets we are going to complete squares. So in order to complete squares, we go x squared minus 4x. Now the x term is negative 4x. So we take the coefficient of x, which is negative 4, divide by 2, and then square it. And that's what we add and subtract. So that is coefficient of x divided by 2, the whole squared. It's always going to be positive because when we square the negative term, we get positive. So there would be 4 over 2, that is 2, negative 2, the whole squared. So we add a 2 squared and we subtract a 2 squared. Remember, the negative disappears because it's a square. So that's a 2 squared. Close the brackets, plus don't forget to write the 7. Now the reason why we are doing this is because the first 3 terms together form a perfect square. So this is what it's going to look like. 2 times square the first, 2 times x plus 2 squared. I'm writing it in a certain way just so that you can see why it is a perfect square. So suppose I have x minus 2 the whole squared. Okay, so this is equal to square the first minus twice the product of the 2 terms plus square the second term. So that is the same as x squared minus 2 times 2x. I've just rearranged the terms plus 2 squared. So these 3 together will give us the perfect square. So we have y, which is equal to 2 times x, that's a minus, so we get a minus whatever number you see here. So that's a 2 the whole squared minus 4 plus 7. So this is the same as y equals 2 times, now I'm going to distribute the 2, x minus 2 the whole squared, distribute the 2, so that is negative 4 times 2, that's negative 8 plus 7. So y equals 2 times x minus 2 the whole squared minus 1. So that is the equation of the parabola in the standard form. Now we compare this with y equals a times x minus h the whole squared plus k. So we can write this as 2 times x minus 2 the whole squared plus negative 1. And now we compare it with a times x minus h the whole squared plus k. clearly A is 2, H is 2 because everything else matches, K is -1. So HK, the vertex of the parabola, is 2, -1.